Hey guys, it's Sika and welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. So I guess we're going into the trial then. How did the investigation go yesterday, Mr. Wright? Frankly, there's still a lot of grey areas. Or rather, the whole thing is one big grey area. Don't worry about me, no matter what the outcome. I'm ready to accept my fate. I believe in you, sis. Mr. Wright, let me offer you a word of advice. Yeah? A defense attorney should never believe their clients. The defendant is called to trial because they are suspected of wrongdoing. Never forget that. Miss Guy, you remind me a lot of Mia. But there's one decisive difference between you and her. And that is, you're not a defense attorney. I believe it's almost time for the trial. Good luck, Mr. Wright. Okay, not gonna be whole confidence and all that stuff. That's fine, I'm sure. The first trial without a Fae helping me. No one's gonna bail me out this time. I'll be alone in there. So, I have to discover the truth all by myself. I can do this. Let's do it, Mr. Wright. I'll be with you the whole way. Considering how you see things, it's probably not gonna work.
Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Skye.
The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. Edgeworth. It's been 2 months, but I haven't been in a courtroom since his trial. I hope that personal feelings will not be part of the proceedings today, Mr. Wright. I will choose the path I think is right, regardless of what those around me might say. The judgment is to be made here is in our hands, not those of anyone else.
Very well, Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please.
Chief Prosecutor Lana Skye has committed an unpardonable crime. Not only this, but she was rash enough to commit it in the prosecutor's office lot. Wow, he's much more forceful in person. I suddenly feel like confessing to everything. However, she will now pay for her rashness with her life. Excuse my spit. There was a witness to her crime. A professional witness.
Well then, call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth.
The prosecution calls its first witness, Miss Angel Starr, to the stand. The Cough-Up Queen? Seriously, why are you called Cough-Up Queen?
Haven't I seen you somewhere?
Criminal record! I called it! You have a criminal record, Missy. Not you. You. You ordered a caviar lunch, right?
Oh, caviar! I've never eaten caviar before.
Ain't that really expensive? The judge is really wolfing it down. Ah, another for you. I have a Fiesta Bowl. Thanks.
Will the witness state her name and profession?
And you, sir? Did you order the fingerprint lunchbox? It is too early for lunch. Your name and profession, please. Well, Your Honor, how does it taste? Oh, fuck off. Get to the point. God, Edgeworth, please yell at this lady.
So this is why everyone raves about caviar. It's so tasty it hurts. I always thought caviar would taste like pickled tapioca.
What the heck does pickled tapioca taste like?
Name, profession, now.
Me? The name is Angel Starr. Don't go forgetting it. I find myself running Lunchland these days. Is that what you wanted me to say, Mr. Edgeworth? Very well, witness. Please describe the incident to us.
The prosecution will wait. I've not finished eating.
Hurry it up. I guess.
Very well, Edgeworth. As you know, we do call on the police to provide a description for the crime.
Your Honor, as Miss Edgeworth said to the court, I am a professional.
What exactly does that mean?
Until 2 years ago, Miss Angel Starr was a special investigator with the police. Oh. And all my hopes and dreams have crashed around me. She was a first-rate homicide detective. What? Starr was a detective?
I know who you are. Cough up.
Cough up, Queen Angel Starr, Your Honor. Long time no see.
Very well. You may continue with the description, Miss Starr.
Just who is this lady? If I might have the court's attention over here. And why are you not a detective anymore? The parking lot of the prosecutor's office is divided into 2 blocks. A block for the prosecutor's office personnel. Block B is for visitors and clients. A chain divider separates the 2 blocks.
I suppose that's to keep visitors from taking up prosecutor's spaces, yes?
The crime took place by a car in the back of A block, in the car's trunk. The killer stabbed the victim with this knife and went to drive the body out. Unfortunately for her, there was a witness, and an arrest was made on the spot.
And who is this valiant witness?
Why, it was me, Your Honor. Okay, is that it, or are you going to provide a testimony?
Witness, did you see the very moment of the crime?
Of course, Your Honor. Immediately after that, I apprehended the chief prosecutor.
It seems rather cut and dry, doesn't it? Well, Mr. Wright?
I can't agree on principle, Your Honor. It seems that some poor losers are unwilling to accept the truth, Your Honor. Shall I proceed to crush what little hope they have remaining?
If you can, then give them your worst, Miss Starr.
Wait, are they talking about me? Aren't judges meant to be impartial? What kind of kangaroo court is this? Somehow I always knew a day like this would come. I was on my way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend when I sensed something. Perhaps it was my finely honed detective's intuition at work. Through the wide fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garish car. The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. What? Hang on, what hand? Shit. She wounded her. Shit. What hand was that she hurt? That may have been important now. Shit. Then she thrust a pointed tip of the knife into Detective Goodman's chest.
Bringing a lunchbox to your boyfriend? How touching.
As you can see, there's no room for doubt.
The key point of your testimony seems to be nothing other than the point of the knife which you saw being stabbed into Detective Goodman.
So, how does it feel to be so utterly crushed? I'm still thinking about that. It's merely a flesh wound, Mr. Wright.
Very much right, you may cross-examine the witness.
Shit. See, that's the part. Holding the knife in the right hand. Okay, one second. I want to check something. Okay. Alright. Okay. The only thing I could think of is... Okay, let's just press on stuff. Wait, hang on. Wait. Because the boyfriend is in the prosecutor's side of things. So through the chain link fence, how? This boyfriend, he's a detective? Not that boyfriend, the security guard.
That boyfriend? You have several?
Yes, this boyfriend, that boyfriend, and the other boyfriend. Care to join? The yes another boyfriend position is still open for applicants.
I'll stick to lunches, thanks.
Note to self, the judge had to think before replying. Security guard is in the lot, in the A block. It's up on the second level, you can see everything from there. That'll be the room with the security sign. Incidentally, did you bring your lunch boxes by car? Since I'm a visitor now, I parked in B block. So she was in B block when she witnessed the crime. Okay. It's a hand. Tell me more about this knife that the suspect was carrying. Well, I'd say the blade was about 4 inches long. Is that right, Mr. Edgeworth? It is your knife, after all.
Yes, that's about right.
Prosecutors are by nature well-versed in the location of a man's vital organs. I'm sure it was easier than boiling an egg from my egg-salad surprise set. You can't testify as her ability to kill an egg, I mean a person. Perhaps a chicken salad set would have been a better metaphor?
So the defendant was holding a knife. What then?
Tell the court why you didn't try to stop this crime. You did see her raise the knife to strike, no?
The defense has a point.
Unfortunately, by the time I realized what was going on, it was already too late.
Too late?
Yes. The next moment, the chief prosecutor brought down the murder weapon.
I see.
Okay. I've got nothing. Mr. Edgeworth's car, yes.
Mr. Edgeworth's?
Incidentally, the knife was with the victim's staff was also Mr. Edgeworth's. Wasn't it?
Indeed it was. Oh, what an odd case this is. And the person you saw, you're sure it was a defendant?
I saw her from no further than 30 feet away. I'm certain it was her. Oh, God. Okay, let's just press on everything. How do you know? I respect the prosecutor's basic abhorrence of crime, yet their methods are ugly and twisted. Twisted methods will always lead to tragedy.
The lunch lady's uninformed opinion is duly noted.
Given what they're used to, what they are used to, erasing inconvenience evidence at their whim? Killing off a detective that knew too much is merely an extension of that. Star, do you have something personal against prosecutors? I felt that I had found my dream job when I became an investigator. And if I had been laid off by those prosecutors over there, I'd still be one. Oh, laid off? She was fired? To me, prosecutors are nothing more than worms. That said, I am a pro, as you know. My testimony is unbiased and flawless.
Very well. You may continue, Miss Starr.
It's just this one left. Sense something? So you're saying you have a premonition of the murder? It felt like... how would you say it? Oh yes. It was like the feeling you get when you hear a pumpkin chock full of seeds.
I have no idea what that means.
Me neither, buddy. Speaking of detectives' intuition... wasn't the victim, Mr. Bruce Guzman, also a detective? Yes, well, he was like a young cheese.
Young cheese?
A pale white cheese, not yet tangy with the experience on the street. A greenhorn.
I must be hard, yellowed, and sharp as a tack.
Yeah, with the odor of the old cheese to match. In any case, there, in the lot, I felt something stirring in the back of my mind. Body was found in the Nope, okay. Shit. The only other bit, I guess, is the autopsy report? Nope. Okay. Hang on a second. Maybe, hang on. Okay, you know, I'm just gonna present the knife on this one. Nope. Okay, I think I'm gonna fail this. Should I try and deliberately fail this now and try again? I might need to try again. Or maybe, hang on. Delivering to the boyfriend, but you were parking the visitor place? Nope, okay. Yeah, I think I'm about to fail this. See, I don't know. I don't know. Is that it? There's nothing else? Boy. Okay, I'm gonna have to check everything, aren't I? I've already checked that, I've already checked that, I've already checked that. Don't care about that one. I'm gonna check this. Nope, nothing there to check or examine. Oh. I don't know. I generally don't know. Yep. Okay, one second. I got the call record. Okay, profiles. Wounded on her right hand. Yeah, wounded on the right hand. She had it in the right hand. How could she have hurt her hand if it was in her right hand? Oh, wait, what? I skipped a whole bunch of that. I'm going to reload. I skipped some dialogue there. I think I know the answer. It's going to be in the right hand, knife right hand. I mean, if I can choose her profile to show that she's wounded her right hand, because how could she have stabbed herself or cut herself with a knife? If she, yeah, I could be wrong on this one. But here's the thing: even if I wasn't wrong, even if I was, it wouldn't have mattered. I would have failed. Okay, like I'm at grasping at straws. Oh wait, witness any testimony, you clearly say the following. Here we go. Prosecutors are nothing more than words. Ergo, you are a biased witness. You might want to keep those silly opinions to yourself in the future, rookie. Huh? Rookie? Unless you're willing to risk the consequences of doubting me. I'll fry you like a fritter, crispy on the outside, chewy on the inside.
That was inspiring.
I believe I've heard that tagline elsewhere. You could cry plagiarism? I may be regulated to the lowly post of lunch lady, but my instincts are honored.
Photograph? You took this?
The moment I witnessed the crime, my reflexes took over and snap, I took a picture. In fact, one of my lunchboxes is rigged with a security camera. It's rigged with a camera. I suppose that's more exciting than just hanging it around your neck.
Witness? Why am I
There.
Why am I only seeing this photograph just now?
You think I'd show it to you, a prosecutor? Think again. My boyfriend works in the photography division of the criminal affairs.
Well, this is most certainly the defendant.
It is, however, I am scanning this photo now for anything that might be... Where's a wound on a hand? Hang on. Wait. I mean, it's black and white, so I can't fucking tell, but... Okay. So, what was the defendant doing at this time? Hang on. Okay, now I think I present the photo. Because it... One sec, can I... Yeah, because there's no wound on her right hand. She wounded her right hand. So... And you witnessed this? You saw Miss Guy stab the victim with the knife. As I've already said, yes. I swear it on my finest salmon swirl lunch. That actually sounds kind of tasty.
I'm sure this is a fine lunch.
But isn't that odd? Look at this photograph. I'm not going to say the joke. This is a photograph you took at the very moment of the crime, is it not? Then why is Miss Sky not holding a knife?
Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts?
Objection. That had to be the weakest objection ever, Edgeworth. Yet it was still stronger than your ever-feeble mind, Mr. Wright.
What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth?
This photograph was not taken in the moment before the stabbing. This was taken the moment after the stabbing. And how can you tell that? Blood spatter. Huh? See the dark crimson stains on the chief prosecutor's coat? It's a black and white photograph!
Ah, yes, it's hard to tell, but this could be blood.
Well, Mr. Wright, I see no problem here. No problem, except you. Mr. Wright, are you going to just sit here and take that kind of abuse? You got a better idea. Yeah. Wait, that contradicts what the witness said in her testimony. Namely, that she took the picture the moment she witnessed the crime. Well, it seems I was slightly unclear. My apologies. That's it? If you run out of lunch, you order seconds. Problem solved. If you don't like it, try ordering the jumbo-sized lunch from the get-go. Good advice. I'm not sure I understood it, but good advice. I didn't have time to stop her. Prosecutor Sky was cold, calculating, like a robot. She killed without pain or remorse. It was a predetermined, premeditated murder. Premeditated? How do you know? Look at the chief prosecutor's hands in that photograph.
Well, are those gloves?
Surgical gloves made of fin rubber, most likely. Why would she have those on? If it was not premeditated, she would not be wearing those gloves. Hey, you don't know if they're fancy gloves and maybe she wants to keep warm. It's winter. It's winter. My hands could be cold.
Those gloves do seem to tell a tale of premeditation.
Premeditated murder, a serious offense.
Witness, add this to your testimony.
I'm gonna press on that one. What if she was just in the habit of wearing gloves? Like driving gloves? Oh, fuck off, Edgeworth. The gloves were admitted as evidence when the defendant was arrested. They were rubber gloves of the kind used for autopsies. In other words, when the chief prosecutor came to the crime scene, she came to do murder. It's the only possible conclusion one can make. Do you not have the gloves that I can have a look at? Everything was planned. It was a premeditated crime.
Impressive. I'm sorry they took you off the force, Miss Starr.
This is bad. She's got them thinking it was all planned. If she can prove this claim, the trial's already over. I've got to think of a way to show that this wasn't premeditated. It's okay. Parking stop? Nope. Okay. The only thing I can think of again is the, if I can present a profile. Like, I can't present profile, so I'm gonna present the picture again. Because again, I know she got hurt on her hand. Nope, okay. Like, no blood, no prints. Yeah, okay, I don't know. I don't know. I genuinely don't know. I genuinely don't know. I mean, it might be that I just have to brute force this. No, okay, well. Okay, there's gotta be some logic here. Because here's the thing. Like, if the statement was about, it was still there about, oh, in the right hand, well, she hurt her right hand, you know? So it's like, okay, then the gloves would have been, like, if I had the gloves, then it's, maybe that's something, maybe I'm thinking too far ahead, maybe there's a part that I'm missing here in regards to that. That's the only thing I can think of, that's the only possibility that it might be. So then what do I do? What do I pick? I don't know, the knife, the fucking... Because let me see. Okay. So it wouldn't be the phone. Because how does that prove that it wasn't premeditated? If it was the... So I've used the prosecuting. I don't think... I think I'd use Goodman's note there, so that's not going to work. The badger, I don't fucking know. The photos apparently weren't it. So I guess, I don't know, I'm just gonna have to try the knife. I mean, that was one of the options there if I still had life. Okay. Okay, right. The knife is it? Please, if this is right, tell me how the fuck. Witness, do you know what this is? Are you trying to test me? I sell boxed lunches for a living, you know. That's a knife. The knife. The knife that was in Mr. Edgeworth's trunk.
Indeed. It is my knife.
This case? The bloody murder weapon? The bloody murder weapon in a red car all belongs to the prosecutor there? Oh, but none of the prosecutor's bad people. Why do you have a kid in court? The defense has a request. We ask that the witness provide an accurate testimony. What's that, Rookie? In your testimony, you stated Lana Skye planned this murder. And that's why she was wearing those special gloves.
Seems like a natural conclusion to me. The gloves do indicate planning.
However, why would she not also prepare the most important thing? The murder weapon. Yeah, why would she not? I mean, I get, unless maybe... Well, why am I trying to find a way to work? Well, I know why I'm trying to do it. It's so that I can preempt when they say it, because it could be, oh, well, Edgeworth and Lana, were relatively close in their work, so she probably knew that Edgeworth would have that in his trunk, so she didn't need to. Oh. This knife just happened to be in the trunk of that car. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're going to plan a murder, you don't forget the weapon. Ugh. Ugh. Order, order, order. Great, now the tide's turning in our favor. Great show, Mr. Wright. My sister's as good as free. Oh dear. Right. I believe the next lunch you'll be eating is humble pie. Oh, what? I hope you weren't deluding yourself into thinking that the tide has turned. Not over such a trifling detail. But this shoots a hole in the whole premeditated theory. Bah. The prosecution could care less if it was premeditated or not. The only one who seems to care is that lunch lady over there. The defendant, Lana Skye, murdered a detective with a knife. That is the only thing the prosecutor needs to prove. Nothing else. Very good, Mr. Prosecutor. I suppose you think you're clever now? But you know as well as I do that she planned on killing him. It was all planned. If it wasn't, why would she have been wearing?
I believe I'd like to hear your testimony again.
Witness, please tell us only what you saw, not what you thought. How dare you? My powers of deduction are not to be underestimated. Really now? Okay. Lana Skye intended to murder Detective Goodman. That's why she called the victim all the way to the prosecutor's office. I'm sure the chief prosecutor had a grudge against the victim. Nothing else could drive that human machine to plunge a knife in again and again. Gotcha! Right there! Gotcha right there! Single stab wound. So if I had a piece, I'm planning to kill a delivery boy?
In any case, the defense may now cross-examine the witness.
Oh, hell yeah, I've already got this easy. I got this down pat. I got this down pat. Really? Again and again? Again and again? Again and again? Then why does it say a single stab wound? You say she stabbed him again and again. But you couldn't have witnessed that. Are you testing me? Then I'll test you. With my moss surprise. I'm afraid the moss is growing under our feet as we wait, Miss Star. Oh. Ow.
What do you mean?
I shouldn't have to explain this, but take a look. The autopsy report states the death was due to a loss of blood from one stab wound.
You're right. Good show, Mr. Edgeworth.
What a hunk. He's my hero. Really. What about my objection? No one noticed?
Well, witness?
You got the crime scene set right?
Thanks.
I always believed that no one should ever mistake ketchup for blood. But now I realize that such mistakes are possible.
So, you're saying you mistook something for blood?
When she lifted her knife, I thought I saw blood at her breast. Splattered blood from her victim. That's why I thought she must have stabbed him at least twice.
Then tell us what you saw you thought was blood.
Fucking criminy Christmas, lady. A red muffle at the blood to me, that's how ghastly the whole scene was. Right. Red muffler, red muffler, red muffler, red muffler, red muffler. Hang on. What? Miss Starr, I demand an explanation. The witness is clearly not suited for detective work. What? The suspect was not wearing a scarf or muffler of any kind when she stabbed the victim. And you've proved it yourself with this photograph. Okay, Edgeworth, are you trying... Do you want my badge? Do you want my badge? You want to be the defense attorney this time? You want to prosecute and defend? No. Huh? But that can't be! Only a professional lunch lady could be so utterly clueless. Congratulations! Perhaps you finally found your true calling in life. Harsh words, but good. Man, Edgeworth is savage, though. In the end, Mr. Edgeworth prevails. What was my objection? Chopped liver? But it was there. A scar. No, not that. But something red. Really? Well, now, where were we? The witness has given us an entertaining interlude, but back to business. What?
Very well, witness. Continue your testimony. You saw the crime and apprehended the subject. Tell us about that.
Very well. I do remember some things accurately, at least. Ultimately, we couldn't take the most important part of her testimony. Most important part? The part where your sister stabs the victim. This next testimony might just be the moment of truth. After the murder, the suspect attempted to run behind a partition off to a side. I quickly caught her and explained her rights to and arrested her on the spot. Ah yes, when I arrested her she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony. The chief prosecutor made to escape, but against Angel Star resistance is futile. But there's a barrier. I want to check something. 1 second, Judge, let me just have a look in this. There's no partition there, you are lying bitch. I strike like a snake and bite like a cobra. Snakes bite. That's me, Angel Star. That wasn't a very good metaphor. First of all, a cobra is a kind of snake. Don't bother me with the details unless you want to get bitten. No thanks. Note to self, Mr. Wright is weak against poisonous snake bites. The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside, kicked over an oil drum. An oil drum? Hard to imagine. Oh, she's beautiful but deadly. A predator, this one. A leopard woman. Rawr.
Very well, Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, if you will.
Okay, partition. There is no fucking partition. Yeah, okay, yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, What do you mean, no? Fine, I'll start pressing her. You say quickly. Were you close to the suspect? As I just said, I was only 30 feet away from her the whole time. Yeah, press her. I'd like to see this on the floor plans, just to be safe. The lunch lady's car was... She was a visitor, thus she parked in the B block. So you witnessed the murder from here. That would make it about 30 feet from the car.
Oh, that would make it 30 feet from the car, yes.
Is that correct, Miss Starr? Yes, that's right. Oh, she knows.
But there was a chain link fence in front of you?
I went over it, of course.
Amazing. The car for Queen Lunch Lady Athlete indeed.
That would have taken her a little time to climb over the fence. So she couldn't have gone to my sister that fast. Yeah, the fence was about 9 feet high, too. So how did this guy not get away? She managed to be more specific. She brushed aside my hand and ran. It was a terrible... Okay. She even kicked over an oil drum at me. Oh, what?
What's that?
If she wanted to escape, why didn't she run the other way?
The other... Ah! The parking lot entrance.
That's right. It doesn't make any sense that she would run from behind the partition to the oil drums. Excellent. More mysteries. I wish we could solve a few before finding a few more, though. So this guy tried to run. I'm sorry my sister is so suspicious, Mr. Wright.
Not as sorry as I am.
But she didn't do it. You have to believe me. So where is this partition on the floor plans? I'm sure she means this wall next to the car. That's right. There was a wall there, about 6 feet high. She was obviously trying to hide herself. Quite a natural thing for a criminal to do. And what did you do then? Okay. Yeah. No, I've already got the answer. She mentioned the muffler? What exactly did she say? If I remember exactly, I would have told you my testimony. Cheeky. Anyway, all I heard her was saying the word muffler.
Just that one word?
So, what you heard wasn't the suspect talking to you, but to someone else? Yes, the chief prosecutor was talking on her phone. Her phone? She can't be. Ask further. By phone, do you mean this cell phone discovered at the crime scene? Yes, ultimately.
Ultimately?
My memory... It's like a salmon heading upstream, you see.
No, the court doesn't see, Miss Starr.
The chief prosecutor first attempted to use the phone hanging on the wall.
On the wall?
That's right. Near the car, there was an emergency phone on the wall, but it was on the other side of the partition. Apparently it was out of order.
And so she used her cell phone?
Indeed, the emergency phone was out of order that day.
Good witnessing, witness.
Good witnessing? Whatever happened to good testifying?
You should, of course, add this to your testimony.
The things I do to please this rookie defense attorney. Okay, now I present the thing, because how could she have seen it? How could she have seen it with the partition in the way? Miss Starr, I have to conclude that you have a personal grudge against Miss Lana Skye. The witness is a former detective. Her testimony is unmarred by personal bias. Well, who would have thought you would be my knight in shining armor, prosecutor? You, who together with the chief prosecutor, kicked me out 2 years ago. Well, Miss Starr? This is a fatal contradiction with your testimony. How do you explain this? I don't know what you're talking about. Mess with me, and I'll make you cough it all up. Let's look at the floor plans. You said you witnessed a crime from this point. However, if that's true, you could have possibly seen Miss Skye making that phone call. I believe you see what I'm getting at. That emergency phone was on the back side of this partition. If indeed you were in Beef Block, you couldn't have seen it. What? Yeah, I got it now.
Order! Order! What is the meaning of this?
It's simple, Your Honor. She's not coughing up lunch, she's coughing up lies. That's quite a claim, Mr. Wright. Perhaps you'll allow me a question. Tell us exactly what lie this witness has told the court. It's where the counterattack begins. I can't afford to get this wrong. The witness lied about... the order of events? She lied about the order of events. Miss Skye used the emergency phone before the murder.
I see. I hadn't thought of that.
That took the wind out of her. Took the wind out of her sails. Mr. Wright, I hate to bother you, but you're celebrating your victory. But why would anyone use the emergency phone before the murder? Huh?
Just when you think you can't sink any lower, he amazes us. I applaud you, Mr. Wright.
You ordered the orange peel lunchbox, right?
I guess it teaches me not to get excited before evidence.
One more try.
I see it.
Okay, come on. What she saw, because she has a photo. She lied about what she saw. In other words, she didn't see Miss Skye using that emergency phone.
It does seem hard to imagine she could have. Very logical.
Oh boy. What did you say if my sister tried to use the phone but failed? Damn it. She really did see her trying to use the emergency phone. You're the patooey on the right. Okay, whatever. Okay, look, I know the answer now. See, this is why. There we go, where she saw it. Miss Sky tried to use the emergency phone, but it was out of order. What is significant about this fact? Nothing. Therefore, it would be pointless for Miss Star to lie about it.
Pointless to lie, I see.
But say the witness did actually see Miss Sky using the emergency phone. It would mean Miss Star witnessed a crime from a different location.
A different location? Now that's a pointless lie if I ever heard one.
Before you call my lie pointless, at least let me tell it.
Let me ask a question to our clever wordsmith, Mr. Wright. Just where was the witness when she saw the crime?
What? Security room. It's high up. This is the only place where she could have been.
The security guard room?
Indeed, the security guard room is the underground parking lot is well positioned. It's built on the second floor, so you can see the entire lot.
She would have been able to see the emergency phone from there. But why there? There's many other places where she could have seen the phone.
Not in this case, Your Honor. The witness, not being part of the prosecutor's office, couldn't park in A block. The only place where she could have seen the crime and the back of the partition is here. I remember your testimony. You said you brought a lunch to your boyfriend in the security guard room, yes? Well, Miss Starr? How many years have I been getting the better of men? To think that the tables could be turned. Today a man has gotten the better of Angel Starr. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Order! Order! Witness, what have you done? You used to be a detective. You should know better.
I'm not turning back. The guilty will be punished, and I'll do what I must to make sure justice prevails. The guilty? Is she talking about Miss Sky? Mr. Wright, doesn't this strike you as odd? Why did Miss Starr lie? It doesn't make sense. Huh? She could have just said she saw the crime from the security guard station. It wouldn't change anything.
Exactly. This photograph tells us all. It was the defendant who stabbed the victim.
But the photo was taken from the B block. That truth still stands. It still stands? I disagree, Mr. Edgeworth.
What?
If a witness is found to be lying, they're guilty of perjury. She knows this. She won't risk that without good reason.
So tell us what her reason was, Mr. Wright.
Huh? Me?
Who else?
Mr. Wright, let's review what we know. Miss Starr witnessed the crime from the security guard station. But she lied and said she saw it from B block. It must make a vital difference. But what? What would change? Angle of view. Why the angle at which she saw the crime occur would change?
The angle? What do you mean?
Well, the security guard station is on the second floor, and she would have sort of a more 3D view of the crime.
This is important. Why?
God damn it. Yeah, okay, I get it. Distance to the crime. It changes the distance between her and the scene of the crime.
My condolences, Mr. Wright, but one look at the floor plans and it's quite clear.
The distance between the scene of the crime and the guard station is 30 feet. I don't see how that would change what she could see. What she saw is not in question here. What matters is the time it would take for her to reach the scene of the crime. Miss Starr, you witnessed the crime from the security guard station. Now, how long did it take you to go from there to the scene of the crime where you arrested Miss Sky?
Well, witness?
You. Yes? You ordered the squid wheels, right? I can't if my lunch has gone from low to inedible. I was bringing a PB&J lunch with fresh bosenberry jam to my boyfriend.
Bosenberry for the boyfriend?
What the hell is boysenberry? 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 He wasn't in the station, so I waited. I witnessed the crime from the glass-walled station. So, what about the photo? And before I knew what I was doing, I found myself running towards the scene. But the door was locked. I couldn't open it. That's why I had to go through the visitors' parking in B block.
That's quite a detour.
It probably took me at least 5 minutes to get to the scene of the crime.
5 minutes? This changes things considerably.
But it was that woman over there in the defense chair who stabbed him. I know it. I have photographic evidence. I swear it. I swear it on my finest plastic spork.
You have a point, and the spork is a wonderful invention.
Would you like another caviar lunch?
Absolutely!
Uh-oh. Mr. Wright, you have to do something. Do I have any evidence to stop this? Yes. 5 minutes between the witness of the murder and the arrest. Think about it. You could make pasta in that amount of time. If you like it al dente. I've got lunchboxes that tie pasta into nuts, Rookie. A 5-minute blank? Isn't that strange?
Strange?
If you were a criminal, what would you do with 5 minutes, Your Honor?
Well, I guess I'd flee the scene. Hey! Don't get the wrong idea. I didn't kill anybody.
But you have the instincts of a killer. You would run. But this time was different. Miss Sky dawdled at the scene of the crime. She even had her picture taken. No true criminal acts this way. It's inconceivable. Okay. I guess.
Well, then it seems we've come to the end of the testimony. The witness has a grudge against the defendant and a blank in her testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, is the next witness ready to go?
Unfortunately, I appear to have overestimated this witness on account of their professional history. Did it? We screwed that case. We screwed that can shut, Mr. Wright. That was too close. Yeah, I think I was one fail away.
I'm afraid the cough-up queen has been dethroned. And with that, the court is adjourned.
Oh, God. Mr. Edgeworth, you ordered the squid wheels, right? That one she tried to foist off on me. I prefer not to take the defense's team's leftovers. Anything else to say? I might be able to save you. I have decisive evidence.
What was that?
Is this another one of her trick lunchboxes?
My apologies, but we have no further questions to ask of you, Miss Starr.
Ah. Is this your jumbo lunchbox?
Whoa-ho! A triple-decker! Out of the deference to the witness determination, I'll allow one more testimony. Well, let's hear about this decisive evidence.
Like the Lunchland motto says, you won't be disappointed. What's she gonna pull out of the lunchbox this time? Okay, what's the decisive evidence? I should have mentioned those 5 minutes when I wasn't looking at the crime scene. And now, to the matter of the victim's shoe. Did I not bring this up? 2 types of blood were found on this shoe. One was, of course, the victim's, and the other blood type matched that of the defendant, Miss Lana Sky. This shoe proves it. It's flawless, decisive evidence.
What? There was blood found on that shoe?
Try Lunchland for all your lunch and is... The knife! Witness, what's the meaning of this? Why is that the first time I've heard of this evidence? Simple, as I've already said. I don't trust you with evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. That's why I took the liberty of investigating this myself. Why do I get the feeling that that would be considered illegal? That would, like, she would instantly get locked up for withholding of evidence. And you had blood tests performed? Didn't I mention? I have 3 boyfriends in forensics.
In any case, Your Honor, I can't accept this as evidence.
What?
You must know the 2 rules of evidence law.
Rule 1. No evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. In other words, this shoe is illegal evidence, at least for the time being. Is that right, Mr. Wright? It seems so. Edgeworth sure is celebrating. Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth. Don't forget, I used to be a detective. As I mentioned previously, this shoe has already been tested by a member of the forensics department. As you can see, it was approved by the police department as of today. Even the general public can produce this official evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. Is that right, Mr. Wright? Seems so. Edgeworth is looking pretty sullen. You can at least study some evidence law, really.
The prosecution's complaints notwithstanding, it appears that this evidence satisfies the first rule of evidence law. However, it seems you have yet another count against you, witness.
Anything to ensure that the guilty are properly judged. Okay. Knife. Knife. What do you mean, no? I'm gonna fail that. I should have pressed. Okay, well. Okay, so first things first. So, let's try again. So, the shoe. I need to check the shoe. Can I check the shoe for anything? Ooh, no, I don't want to do that. I want to check the shoe. Blood here too. On the soulless shoe. It's gotta be the victim's. It's a step in a pool of its own blood. All this blood. It's horrible. This blood might be an important clue. Okay. And you found the shoe at the scene of the crime? I think you probably know if the police aren't. I want to make sure. Yeah. So, like an ill-trained pooch, you snuck off with a shoe. I was afraid someone would erase the chief prosecutor's crime. The shoe is my secret weapon if that should happen. See this fashionable basket I have here? It carries more than lunchboxes, gentlemen. I'm happy for you and your lunch bag, really. So you brought it to the forensics department? Yeah. And that blood belonged to the victim, Detective Goodman. As I said, there were 2 types of blood found on the shoe. You can't say for sure the blood belonged to the defendant on which... You can. You claim to know something about blood tests, rookie? Huh? Well, speak up. Well, blood comes in 4 types, A, B, O, and AB. However, you can't tell from a blood test whether the murder was committed in cold blood. But
that's just a figure of speech, Mr. Wright.
Actually, we can differentiate between millions of types with all the blood tests out there. Which means that we can more or less narrow down any sample bloods down to just one person. Or so I hear. That's pretty specific. If I had a little more time, I would have gone... Okay. I'm going to present the shoe again. Nope, okay. Okay. You ordered pepper fish guts? Some like it hot, Mr. Wright. Some like your client. She's in enough hot water to make a whole vat of soup. Do you or do you not have a problem with the shoe? Yes, I do have a problem with the shoe. If I'm not imagining things, I'd say there's one critical problem with this evidence. A clear contradiction. That gleam in your eyes. You're still young, rookie. I'd give you a pepper fish gut now. But you couldn't take the heat, could you?
Let's hear what Mr. Wright has to say. What is the contradictory about the victim's shoe? Show us the problem with the evidence.
I wonder if you've noticed. There's blood on the bottom of the shoe. Don't mess with me, rookie. Or it'll be your blood on the bottom of my shoe.
Indeed, there is quite a bit of blood on the bottom of the shoe. It makes sense. The victim was stabbed with a knife.
What could possibly be contradictory about the blood at the bottom of the shoe? No blood on the photo. The problem lies in the footprint. The footprint? Note that the bottom of the victim's shoe is covered in blood. Then, isn't it strange? Why weren't there any bloody footprints found by the scene of the crime?
Aha!
As you can see, there was no traces of any such footprints at the scene of the crime. That contradicts your claim about this shoe.
This picture only shows part of the floor, so there could have been bloody footprints.
Then where are they, Mr. Edgeworth? Because we checked the scene and found nothing of the sort.
Order, order, order! Well, witness.
What? Huh? Great going, Mr. Wright, but it's true that a lack of a footprint is a contradiction. But then we have to ask why there wasn't a footprint.
Oh, that's true. There has to be a reason why there wasn't a footprint.
Think, Mr. Wright, think. Hey, I don't know why it's not there. I'm just good at finding contradictions. What?
I see. Now I get it.
Get what?
Our witness is more devious than I gave her credit for. We were hoodwinked to the very end.
But she slipped. There is one vital hint to the truth in her testimony.
What are you talking about?
Think back to when she told us about apprehending the suspect. Chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside, kicked over an oil drum. Okay, the oil drum. Gotcha.
I thought that was a strange thing for the normally cool-headed chief to do.
No kidding. Now, witness, allow me to ask a very simple question. This oil drum, was it empty? Oh, that. I'm not sure I like your attitude, Mr. Edgeworth. Though apparently you're not the slowest conveyor belt in a lunchbox factory.
Witness, well, was the oil drum empty?
The oil drum kicked over by the chief prosecutor was brimming with water. How the fuck would she be able to do that? It's way too heavy. Water? What does that mean?
Still don't get it, Mr. Wright.
Do you want to know the reason she knocked it over? The real reason?
Aha! You don't mean... Yes, the suspect knocked over that oil drum for one reason and one reason alone.
To erase the bloodstains that would become evident against her. No, it can't be. It's too heavy. Way too heavy. Like, I've seen those oil drums. They are heavy, and a solid kick, it takes more than a solid kick to get a full thing. Why, that's the prosecutor's specialty. Erasing evidence.
Reminds me, Miss Guy's right hand was hurt.
Didn't she say she cut herself when she stabbed him? So that's when my sister's blood got on the shoe?
Well, I see no reason to prolong this trial.
Mr. Wright, do something, please. What? Oh, what can I do? Your sister's confessed to the crime and she's tried to the knife still.
There is no need for further debate.
The verdict, Your Honor?
Very well.
She could have been lying about the water.
This court finds the defendant, Miss Lana Skye.
Okay. Little girl, what did you just say? Huh? Me? Did you just say that I, Angel Star, was on the prosecution's side? Well, yeah, you are. You're saying my sister hid evidence by erasing the bloody footprints. Well, I thought you'd had your fill, but here you are demanding a second helping. Another lunchbox. A lunchbox called evidence.
Wait, witness, don't tell me you have something else.
The time for deliberations has passed. Any further comments and you will be held in contempt of court. Your threats don't scare me, the cough-up queen. Look at this.
photograph.
I had it just in case anyone had the gall to suggest that the white shoe didn't belong to the victim.
I see no room for error in this evidence.
Mr. Wright, wait. Look at the asphalt in this photo. Hey, it's clearly wet.
Erasing the last trace of doubt from the court's mind, immediately after the murder to the crime was already washed with water.
I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. I guess I couldn't help after all.
It's not your fault.
I knew I couldn't win this case from the beginning. And it seems this is what your sister wanted anyway.
Sorry, Mia.
Right, wet or not, don't be so quick to throw in the towel. Get yourself up off the asphalt. Take another good look. Don't give up. Not until the bitter end. Okay, Your Honor, wait.
What is it with you people? Can't I hand down my verdicts in peace anymore? Whatever it is, can it wait?
No, it can't. Then it'll be too late. Look at this photograph, the last one submitted. This trial isn't over until we give each evidence a proper consideration. So, Wright, are you saying there's a problem with the latest piece of evidence? Yeah. I'll think later. Yeah, there's a problem. Right or wrong, I've got to go ahead with this.
I suppose since we've come this far, we should give every claim a fair shake. Very well, Mr. Wright. Show the court the problem in this photograph.
There's no blood. Well, it's probably... No, okay. Oh, I can't fail this. Good. Okay, so it's either that or whatever the hell that is. Okay, so I can't fail this. Good to know. Photograph is right here. Oh, yeah, it is.
What's this? There's something poking out of the car's muffler. Oh, wait just a moment, Mr. Edgeworth. Your Honor? You just said muffler. However, I see no trace of a muffler or scarf of any kind in this photograph.
A muffler is also part of a car or motorcycle, Your Honor. Just think of it as a part of the exhaust system, a pipe.
I see, and I see! What's that suspicious-looking cloth sticking out the car's muffler?
So what if there's something sticking out the muffler? What does that have to do with this case? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Sorry, Miss Starr, but it's not going to be that easy. In fact, you've already told us why this is important to the case. You said as much in your testimony. What?
Let's hear what Mr. Wright has on his mind. Tell us why you think this piece of cloth in the muffler relates to this case.
Okay, it's either the knife or the photograph. I'm gonna say it's the knife because there's... Because it's only got the victim's blood. Well, Your Honor, how do you feel about that? Nope, okay.
Actually, I don't feel well at all. I have this pounding headache.
No, I think what you think about that... Oh, okay. Muffler, where have I heard that word recently? Muffler. Word muffler. Miss Starr, recall your testimony for the court. Ah, yes. When I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confuse my early testimony. Muffler? Yeah! Could it be that the muffler you heard mentioned was actually this exhaust pipe? If so, that means this piece of clothing is vital evidence. Oh. No! I can't do girl scream, so I'm not going to.
Well, it seems we'll have to suspend the proceedings.
Suspend?
I find myself wondering about that piece of cloth. If we leave any questions unanswered, here we do a disservice to the law. Have the car at the crime scene inspected at once and bring me that cloth. The verdict will wait until after we've seen all the evidence. Agreed?
I suppose so. That was close. But we made it. At least for now.
This court will adjourn for a 30-minute recess. It's lunchtime after all.
He's still hungry? Okay, I was about to say, wait, we're still going? Hey, yeah, okay, good. I am very, I'm very confused. I don't know what's going on. I don't know how it's going on. I don't know why it's going on. All I know is that it's going on. So, I am going to go ahead and I'm going to call it good for this session. So, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'm going to have to rack my brains on how I'm going to get out of this next part. Bye-bye.